This is Hands-On Equations, Lesson 7, and in this lesson we're going to learn how to use pictures to solve for x in equations. In the last 6 lessons we've been using the mat and the pawns and the cubes in order to solve equations. Well, this time we're going to learn how to use symbols to show the exact same steps and setup. So in this lesson you need to know that this colored in triangle means x, and it is important that it's colored in because later in 5th grade you'll use a white pawn and a white triangle to stand for something else. So if you wanted to do 3 x's, you would show them 3 in a row like this, all colored in. The arrow pointing up is going to be how you're going to show that you're removing a pawn. So if you were going to remove all 3 of these pawns, you would draw an arrow over each one of them. You're going to use a box around a number to represent a number cube, and if you want to remove a cube, you're going to slash it. If you are removing a cube and changing it to something else, like let's say you were going to subtract 2 from the 3, you would cross it out and then above it write the cube that it turns into. So these are the symbols that we're going to use. So let's practice using them on this equation. First we have to set it up. I'm going to show 4 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the 3 number cube in a box. Then I'm going to show 3 x's. 1, 2, 3, plus a 9 in the box. Now I'm going to remove, and be sure you do one here, and then go back to the other side. Remove a pawn, one from this side, one from this side. Then I have no more pawns to remove from here, so I'm done removing pawns, and I can go ahead and take out 3, or remove 3 from the number cubes. So this one would be slashed and all the way gone. This one would be slashed. 9 minus 3 is 6, so we would show the 6 here. And then if you go back to what's left, you can see that 1 pawn equals 6. Now you have to check it by looking at what you originally started with. So you're going to ignore all your slashes and arrows and check it with 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 25, 26, 27 on that side. On this side, 6, 12, 18, plus 9 would be 27. So x checks out as 6. Let's do another example where we are drawing our setup and then using the symbols. Remember that this means double what's in the parentheses. So we're going to draw what's in the parentheses first, 1x and a 4, and then I'm going to double it by showing it above. Then add on another x. On the opposite side, I should have showed these in a box also. On the opposite side, we have 1 pawn and a 16 cube. Now I'm going to see if I can use a legal move to remove anything, and I can. I can take away a pawn from both sides. I can take away 8 altogether. These 2 together would make an 8. So I'm going to take those away, and if I subtract 8 from this side, it turns into 8. And then you can see that I have 2 pawns equaling 8. So 1 pawn is going to equal 4, because 4 plus 4 is 8. Now I'm going to go back to what I originally had. So I'm going to ignore the slashes and the arrows and this new box up here, and I'm going to see if 4 works. Notice that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things equaled 4 over here. So 5 times 4 is 20, or we could double check that by going 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So the left hand side is 20, and then 4 plus 16 is also 20. So x equals 4 works. Let's do 2 more examples. Here we have a pawn, and then 2 more pawns, and then 14. On this side we're showing, on this side we're showing 5 pawns and a 2. Then I'm going to remove a pawn from both sides and another pawn from both sides and another pawn from both sides. Now I can't remove any more because I have none left on this side, but I can get rid of 2 on both sides. I'm going to take away that 2 and subtract 2 from 14 makes 12. Then we can see that I have 2 pawns left together to make 12, so 1 pawn would be worth 6 because 6 plus 6 is 12. Now I'm going to go back to the very beginning and check. It might be easy to do 6 plus 14 is 20, plus 2 6s would be 12. Together that makes 32. On the other side, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, plus 2 more is 32. That works. Let's practice one more time using symbols to represent our equation and to help us solve it. Remember each time that you're going to draw your balance to work on. This is 2 x's plus a 3, and then I am going to double it by doing 2 more x's colored in plus a 3. On this side I have a pawn or an x, plus a 9 in a box. Then I'm going to remove 1 pawn because I only have 1 pawn on this side. Here I have 6 altogether, so I'm going to take out that 6, and I'm going to take 6 from this side too. 9 minus 6 would leave us with 3. So I have 3 equals 1, 2, 3 pawns on that side. So each of those pawns must equal 1. 1, 2, 3. X equals 1. Now I'm going to check it. So 3 plus 3 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the left-hand side, and then 9 plus 1 equals 10 on the right-hand side. So now you're going to get lesson 7, and in lesson 7 you're going to use the pictorial system to solve these problems. So you're going to see this problem, and then right here in this empty space I want you to draw a balance and use the colored in triangles and the boxes to show this equation with a picture. Each of these with a picture. These down here, you can choose to still model them with your cubes and your pawns, or you can choose to also draw these as well. If you realize that you want to draw them and you don't have enough room, feel free to get a piece of notebook paper to attach it to this lesson 7.